So over the past week, we have seen weakness in the Singapore banks again, with the STI and the rest of the markets in the US selling down as well due to inflationary pressures still staying high and not really coming down as much as most people expect. All right, and that's where there are talks about another rate hike potentially happening next month, and the market started to weaken. So in this video, we'll be looking at the Singapore banks, right? The three major Singapore banks: DBS, OCBC, and UOB. So we have seen weakness in all the three banks over the past 1 to 2 weeks. They've sold off by more than 5 to 8%. And is there actually an opportunity to get in again on dips, or should we actually be cautious? So watch this video all the way to the end if you want to know what is the outlook for the three banks: DBS, UOB, and OCBC. And if you can, go ahead to hit the like button as well. That will really help out the channel, and smash the subscribe button as well so that you will not miss out on videos like this. So let's go on to talk about the first bank right now, DBS. Okay, so this is DBS right here, trading at about $32.64 right over here. So you can see that just about 2 weeks back, we were holding above this support level at that 33.50. So this level is quite important because it's actually the new support level whereby we were holding above for like 1 or 2 weeks, and it was also the resistance level whereby we were trading below since March, April, and May, and we broke above. If we actually held above that 33.50, it could be a good sign of more strength, or the reversal actually continuing all the way up, maybe from 33.50, maybe all the way up to 35 to 36, and that's where some selling can actually come back again. But unfortunately, you can see after consolidating for like about 2 weeks, we broke back down. Same thing like the rest of the other banks. We broke some key supports, the market sold off, and we broke this key support at 33.50. You can see we are making our way back down towards the next support level, pretty much to where we were, all right, somewhere around July, all right, and that's where some bargain hunting can come back again. So what's the level? Well, this level is none other than the $32. You can see $32 was a very critical resistance level right away here. We came down, touch, we came down. So about 2 or 3 times we touched and we just sold off. But somewhere around like July, all right, just about 1 month back, we broke it and surged all the way back up, and we are making our way back down. So this is where resistance has turned support, and $32 I would say would be a next critical level to watch. Otherwise, hopefully some bargain hunting can come back. So if you're some of those who are looking to get in on dips as an opportunity, all right, to ride the reversal, that's where you can consider. All right, 32 is where some buying pressure can come back, and if that holds, great, we can see a potential rebound happening from 32 all the way up to maybe 33.50, or it might start to consolidate here and hopefully break above 33.50 again to see that reversal continue. All right, but just take note, if that $32 were to break down, then we might actually push back to where we were in May, June, and July. You can see this was pretty much the previous support level, somewhere around that $30 to $30.20. We saw a couple of rebounds, rebounded. So around that $30 to $30.20, we can hit there, all right, if the $32 were to break down, right? So just be a bit more nimble. Hopefully we can see some stability there, some good reversal, candlestick price actions around there that could lead the reversal back up, right? So this is DBS right here, one of those banks that have sold off as well, but it can actually be a good opportunity, all right, if we see some good support coming back at some of those levels that I talk about, the 32 and even the $30 to $30.20. So let's take a look at DBS on my 1GT system. So I have a system called 1GT, in short, one good trend, whereby it alerts us on counters that can move up or down, or depending on the bullish signals or a bearish signal. So we have some bullish signals for DBS over the past couple of months, started to push up, and let's see what it is showing right now. So you want to find out a little bit more on the system or what is the strategy or the framework behind it, you can attend one of those free web class that we're still running. I'll probably put the link around this video or below this video. Click on it to attend one of those free webinar to learn a bit more on the entire strategy, the one good trend strategy, and the system, how you can have access to this as well. All right, so this is DBS. You can see that it was pretty much consolidating, right, in May, June, and July, as I mentioned below that $32, and then we got a good bullish signal right over here in 14 July. It started to push up from like 31.50 all the way up to around that $33.70. You can see we were actually consolidating below a key level, and we got an exit signal. We got an exit signal right here on the 10th of August, and that's where some selling actually happened. So that's how having a system can guide you if you do see an exit signal. So this is like an entry signal, a bullish entry signal, a green arrow up. This is an exit signal, and it can guide you that there are some selling pressure coming back, there's some profit taking, and you can also lock in some profits. All right, so now it's making our way down. As you can see right over here, making our way down. And as I say, all right, if it does hit to some of those supports like the $32, and we see like a new bullish entry signal coming back again, like what we saw over here, then it could guide us to get in again, to position ourselves to ride the rebound. Right, so let's take a look at the next stock. That would be OCBC. Okay, OCBC here trading at about $12.25. So I covered OCBC in my previous video about the bank as well, and I mentioned about some really critical resistance level whereby some heavy selling can actually come back. So let me just point out these levels again right over here. That would be around that $13 to $13.20. You can see right over here, and somewhere around $13.50 as well, because over the past, I would say 1 year plus, 1.5 years, we have been trading to like $13.20 to $13.50. You can see over here, and sellers just came back and pushed prices back down. So that's what we call a very critical resistance, and if you do hit there, you can also think about locking in some profits and maybe wait for a retracement to get back in again. And that's exactly what we saw over the past like 2 weeks. We hit it to this level right over here, somewhere around that $13.30, very near, right? $13.20 to $13.50. It was consolidating a little bit, trying to stay above that new support, but unfortunately the market weakened, the bank sold off, and OCBC got hit as well. So we sold off and we broke back below this key support level. So this is like around that $12.60. You can see $12.60 is pretty much a resistance level. We broke it, went all the way up, and same thing, we broke back down below this support, and we are making our way back down again, which actually can be a good opportunity, right? But the answer is when. Where do you want to think about positioning yourselves and why? Let me just explain to you, right? So this level will be none other than the $12 psychological level. You can see that since November last year, for about 8 to 10 months, right, after breaking above it in November last year, this resistance has turned into what we call a support, whereby we have rebounded many times, so about 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 times. As it nears that $12, buyers actually comes back, and we saw it consolidate. We saw some good reversal candles over there, and the rebound actually happened all the way up, rebounded many times, about 4 or 5 times, and now we are making our way back towards that $12. Now it's like $12.25, so it's still a bit far, right? Coming there, right? Maybe to like $12.05, $12.10, anything near $12 potentially. Let me just go to draw that zone for you. All right, that's what we call a hot zone whereby the upside reward could be strong, could be good if you attempt to get in near this support for a rebound like what we have seen over the past 1.5 years. So anything near $12 could be a good entry. All right, if you like to get in on dips, all right, and you have got out near that resistance at 13 to 13.50, great. That is how you can think about getting in on dips again, all the way back up to ride it back to that $12.50, $12.60 right over here, and it might just consolidate a while. If that gives way again, there's a potential for it to hit higher again, like what you've seen all the way up to that 13 to 13.50. All right, so that is pretty much the reason. Just put it back down here. All right, so $12 is a key psychological support that you can watch for potentially more upside, and try to enter or try to time your position to get in near that $12 support level. So guys, if you found some value so far in the two banks, DBS and also OCBC, I would appreciate you can give me a like. That will really help out the channel, and of course smash the subscribe button as well, so that you will not miss out on videos like this. Right, so let's go on to the third bank, which would be UOB. Right, so UOB have also seen selling happening over the past 1 to 2 weeks, same thing like the rest of the banks. All right, but there is potentially an opportunity to get in on dips, right, at certain levels for a good rebound. So let's try to discover where is that level. But let me explain to you in terms of the resistance level that we have seen over the past like 1 to 2 months. You can see that is the level I talked about as well in my previous video, somewhere around that $30 to $30.20. Right over here, we sold off about 2 times and we neared it, and about 2 weeks back we touched it and we push back and retrace back down from there again. And the key here is this, right? This was actually a very firm resistance level, that $28.50, that when we broke above, that's where more upside happened. And this resistance will now be a support that unfortunately about 3 days back, we broke this $28.50 and we are now making our way down, right? So where is the next support that you could potentially time your entry, or where is it that buyers or some bargain hunting can actually come back again? Well, this level would be around that $27 right? $27 right over here. Why 27? First of all, you can see that 27 was pretty much a consolidation resistance level that happened last year. We were like moving up and down for like a month or plus, and we broke up above it, but it went all the way up, right? So this 27 is a very key resistance turn support, and the key here is that you can see that it coincides with what has happened right over here somewhere in July, all right? Just about 1 month back, we neared it and we rebounded. So now we may be making our way down, all right? Now it's like 27.90, so we may be making our way down slowly towards that 27 to 27.20, 27.50. I think you get the point, right? Somewhere around here, all right, where hopefully some bargain hunting can come back again to lead the reversal back up to that 28.50. Right, so this is UOB. Take note of this key level whereby that's where you can potentially time your entry to ride the reversal back up, especially if you have got out near that $30 to $30.20 level. Okay, so let's take a look at UOB on my 1GT system. So I'll not go too far. You can see that we were pretty much consolidating since last year, and there were a couple of bullish and even bearish signals, and we saw prices moving up and down. So I think somewhere around like October last year, we saw the banks performing really well. We got a bullish signal in October 28 last year, and it had to shoot up from like about $24.50 all the way up to around that $28. So since then, we were consolidating a couple of bearish signals like what you see over here. It was in April this year, sold all the way down, and you can see the trend bar is red in color. So a bit of a downtrend for UOB, all right, but not really like down. It's just a little bit of a short-term downtrend. We headed down to certain support, and then buyers started to come back again. So a bit of a downtrend until somewhere around like July, right over here, we got a new bullish signal on 19 July. Started to see that rebound happening from like 27 all the way up to like 29, 30 plus. And we got an exit signal. So this is like an exit signal. It just shows that some selling pressure is coming back, and it can also guide you to get out as well if you have a system like us to take the emotions away from trading. All right. So if you want to find out a bit more about this system, guys, attend one of those free web classes. I'll probably put the link below this video. Click on it to attend some of those web classes to learn more about the strategy and basically the whole entire system, all right, and how you can use it as well to help you. All right. And so when we got this exit, you can see that we started to see selling coming back after this exit signal. All right, so that's where I would say when you see an exit, it can guide you, and we have no new bullish or bearish signals right now. So you might just, as I say, hit back down towards that $27 and $27 to $27.50 like I mentioned right over here. And if we do see a new bullish signal around there, then great, that is where potentially you might start to see a reversal back up again. So there we have it, guys. I've covered the 3 Singapore local banks: DBS, OCBC, and UOB. So I hope you have a clearer picture of where are some of the key levels, the key support levels that you can potentially time your entry on dips, and this actually can be a good opportunity that we are seeing weakness right now. Like what we have seen over the past few months, we have sold off and you have got in at some of those really good levels. It could be a really good opportunity to get back in again to ride it all the way back up, right? So take note of where selling can come back again. As I mentioned, some of those key resistance level. If we do hit there again, that's where some selling can happen, and you might want to consider taking some money off the table as well, right? So Joey here, thank you so much for watching this video. I hope you found this video valuable, and hit the like button, smash subscribe as well, and I look forward to see you in the next video. Take care.